On separate dates, but with a united mission, the Washington West African Center proudly participated in three powerful Juneteenth celebrations across Seattle, Mount Lake Trace, Everett, and Linwood. These events, held in diverse communities, strengthen our outreach efforts and reaffirm our commitment to cultural pride, social equity, and community empowerment. Juneteenth, observed on June 19th, marks the day in 1865 when enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas finally learned of their freedom, more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was issued. It represents the delayed but powerful arrival of justice and freedom. Juneteenth is not just a historical milestone, it's a celebration of Black resilience, culture, and the ongoing struggle for equality. It reminds us that freedom must be protected, justice pursued, and history remembered. For African and African American communities alike, Juneteenth is a bridge between past pain and present purpose, a call to honor those who came before us and continue the work toward true liberation for all. There were lots of booths and resources. However, our booth was vibrant and engaging, attracting countless attendees throughout the day. From kids' fun activities to a powerful cultural showcase, we created a space that connected the African and African American experiences. We kicked off our Juneteenth celebrations by joining the Brave Juneteenth end-of-year celebration on Edmond Street in Seattle on Saturday, June 14, 2025. Led by our media manager, Zainab Sumawu, WAWAC stood alongside families, youth, and community leaders to honor Black legacy, healing, and liberation. The event opened with a traditional liberation, the Black National Anthem, and youth speeches from folks.
Slowly go on, we try.
We are here to celebrate the freedom.
As usual, at our booth, we displayed traditional West African musical instruments and did outreach on the Working Families Tax Credit, Sutra Housing Project, Art-Based Workers' Rights, Diabetes Awareness and Prevention, Domestic Violence Prevention, and the Sounds of Africa Festival, scheduled to take place on August 16, 2025 at Garfield Park in Everett from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. This gathering centered the voices of the youth and the legacy of freedom, purpose, and unity. Our next stop in the week was at the Mount Lake Trace Juneteenth celebration on Sunday, June 15, 2025. On this Father's Day, WAWAC joined the second annual Juneteenth celebration at the Mount Lake Trace Library and Civic Campus. The event honored Black and African American father figures and celebrated resilience in the Black community of Snohomish and Northern King counties. Our vibrant booth, led again by Zainab Sumahuru, offered information on the Sounds of Africa Festival scheduled to take place on Saturday, 16 August 2025 at Garfield Park from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Updates on the West African Gardens in Mukilteo, sustainability, and land-based family project. Resources on the Working Families Tax Credit, Sutra Housing Project, Community Navigator Program with Snohomish County Health Department, Art-Based Workers Advocacy, Youth and Adult Services, Say No to Diabetes initiatives. Interactive booths, kids, crafts, and face painting made this an engaging celebration of freedom, fatherhood, and community healing. Dr. Steve Woodard served as the MC of this beautiful event. And finally, our last stop for the 2025 Juneteenth celebration was at the third annual Juneteenth Freedom Festival at Cedar Valley Community School in Linwood. The day was filled with vibrant performances and family-friendly activities. WAWAC engaged with dozens of community members through our booth, providing immigrant and refugee support, youth mentorship and programs, Sutra housing assistance, diabetes prevention, art-based workers advocacy, domestic violence awareness, and of course, we continued promoting the Sounds of Africa Festival, scheduled to take place at Garfield Park on Saturday, August 16, 2025. Elected officials, including Mayor Kristen Frizzell and council members David Parshall, George Binder and George Hurst, and Derica Escamilla, were also in attendance, affirming Linwood's dedication to equity and justice. Later that afternoon, WAWAC joined the major Juneteenth celebration at Garfield Park in Everett, commemorating the day in 1865 when freedom finally reached the last enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas. We engage in children activities, live traditional West African drumming, display of traditional West African musical instruments, and delicious cooking by DJ's Kitchen. And again, we did outreach on domestic violence prevention, Sutra Housing Project, Working Families Tax Credit, Vital Tax Services, Diabetes Prevention Education, and promotion of the Sounds of Africa Festival 3.0, scheduled to take place at Garfield Park in August 16, 2025 from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. The event featured a powerful speech by Everett Mayor Christian Fraser, along with support from other city leaders, reinforcing the city's stance for racial justice and community solidarity. Though held across different dates and locations, each Juneteenth event carried a common theme: freedom, resilience, and cultural connection. At every stop, WAWAC showed up with purpose, offering vital support, amplifying voices, and bridging community gaps. Throughout January to June, our partnership with the Snohomish County Health Department under the Navigator program was a big success, and the Wama Sub-Saharan project was indeed successful, where we provided housing and other relevant wraparound services to newly arrived migrants in the state. These efforts reflect our continued mission to empower West Africans and underserved communities throughout Washington state. For more information about the Washington West African Center, please contact us at 425-758-3269 or 253-235-2132. You can email us info@wawak.org or visit our website at www.wawak.org. Washington West African Center, connecting West Africans in Washington with local resources and bridge the gap between us and the wider community. If you don't have it, we go find it.